Like you say, get them to know each other. They'll figure it out.
Just a second. I got
Me too, I did the same thing. What? Shut the music off, what?
Gotta be sensible. Just in case we're old people now.
My sympathy.
I don't need it.
Long time, how long it's been now?
For what?
My mother died.
Oh gee, that was around a month ago.
A month ago?
Yeah, a month. And then about 6 months. Yeah.
How old?
She was 102 and 3 months.
So you're gonna live that long?
Every day was blessed. Oh shit, I intend on it, absolutely. I got a nice quiet house over there, nobody in there.
Nobody in there now?
Just me and the dog and the cat, and I just love it. Nobody wants my time, nobody's yelling at me or asking me for taxi. And I can drink whole milk. I don't have to drink skim for the first time in 50 years. I can wake up in the morning and put full milk in my coffee.
Daddy, you're supposed to be sad.
That's freedom.
You're supposed to talk about sad stuff.
They're not getting any more alive, and any kind of grief I would have would be for me. And I refuse to sob about myself. So they gave a good life, and they gave me lots of presents, so I can just sit here and think good thoughts of them. I have no need to grieve and cry. I put some sad stuff on and I'll cry at that, and then it's got nothing to do with my life. There's nothing worth crying about.
So you got a new freedom now?
I got what?
A new freedom?
Well, it's a whole new freedom, absolutely.
How old are you?
I'm 78.
78.
And all of a sudden, totally free. 50 years. I've had a wife and kids, and they're all grown up, and I'm now, when I get up, I am responsible for them to fake it like I'm having a good time. But the rest of it is just for me. I can go to the store and I don't have to think, well, does Mom like this? Does Ann? No, seeds for Mom, and they don't. I can buy what I want, and this just starts striking me, you know. And that's the good part of this. And I'm sure they would have wished it for me, because they always wish the best, you know.
You could have had that years ago.
I had it my whole life.
But you stayed with Mommy.
I've had it most of my life. Always had her. That's why I could leave town, try anything, fail tremendously. It wasn't a failure. I'd always come back home. There was always Mom here and Irvin at the tavern. I'd come back and I had a job and I had a place to live, and she'd have the next morning there'd be the bacon frying. So that's why I had a great life.
So we got a new wave?
I got no regrets, yeah.
We got a new wave of Corona?
Oh, it's not a wave. It's with us for a long, long time. It's not going to go away. The Earth has been trying to get rid of humans for billions of years, since the first bacteria 3.5 billion years ago. And they don't want any animal flesh in there in the Earth, because all it does is drop shit. And when humans came along, they just destroyed the Earth. So the fester on the Earth, as soon as humans get out of here, the sooner the Earth will get back to balance. And then the viruses can have their little run, and then the predators will have their run, and it won't be humans here fucking the whole thing up.
So last time I talked to you, that was funny. You had no mask on.
Yeah.
So you believe that there is a coronavirus?
Of course there is. Yeah, it is. It's all over the world. And at the time, there was only one active case in New Brunswick. I said, hey, I'll take my odds. And then I thought, I was walking over the bridge, and there was family coming along with little kids, and the kids had masks on. And I thought, those kids are looking at me, and I'm an adult and I don't have a mask on, and I'm putting a burden on those parents. So I decided from then on, I'm going to wear the mask just for things like that.
What do you say? It's just a game the government is playing?
No fucking game. Jesus, people are dying. There's no game.
They died of flu.
And our government has done the most wonderful job as much as they could. Look at the cesspool in the States, and that asshole, that orange asshole. Christ, he's just a killer. There'd be 200,000 more Americans alive now if he had gone like Biden's going to do. And there's no excuse for that shit, and there's no excuse for anyone calling this a hoax or a fake. It's here, and people are dying from it.
You know, more people die of the flu.
No, they don't. No siree.
What do you say to people that says that?
Everybody dies from something. Jesus, every one of us. That's why I don't even think about the future. I'm going to die in it. I don't even worry about that. I got right now, and that's it. That's my life. Every day Saturday, every night's Friday night.
Nice to see you.
Me and the dog.
It's nice to see you sitting down and praying right behind you.
Oh, playing with the dog and watching the river. Sometimes.
And praying to God.
Oh, I don't have to pray to anything. I pray to me. I just watch the river. Sometimes it goes that way, and sometimes it goes that way. And that's very interesting.
Explain me one thing. I hate to be wrong.
Well, you've been wrong about 5,000 times.
No.
That's how you learn.
Yeah, but...
That's why I'm so smart. I've been wrong so many times.
Yeah, fucking lawyer, yeah. Oh, we gotta wash our swearing. Boy, that was funny. That was funny last time. What's the matter, lady? The woman never hear the kid never hear the word fuck. Well, I must have watched that about 200 times. That was hilarious.
Well, I was a little off on that. I shouldn't have, but
you were swearing like crazy.
I need to rant, Charlie. It's been so long since I've been able to shake my fist at authority and all that, and I kind of miss it.
That was funny.
And you haven't been around. In fact, someone just asked me, where's Charlie been? I haven't seen him for a year.
Yeah, because Charlie's undercover now.
Yeah.
He doesn't, no blogger shit on, no nothing.
But there's nothing worth complaining about right now because we got enough to deal with.
Listen, I hate to be wrong.
You're wrong.
I predicted Donald Trump was going to win the first time, and he did. Second time, I predicted that Biden was going to win. And we will find out the result in about half an hour. How did 70 million people voted for that asshole?
Look, ignorance knows no bounds. That's one of the stupidest countries in the world. Their educational system is the pits. They still believe their original lies. They've been lied to since 1776 when the revolution started. And every goddamn part of their history is bullshit. I found that out when I moved down there in the 50s. I thought, what a wonderful country. And I thought, wonderful place here, Bill of Rights, this whole thing. And then the race problems, the whole shit, and this is in the 50s. And then I found out all that bullshit is bullshit. Total fucking bullshit. And that's why they're so goddamn religious, because they'll believe anything without evidence. And there's Trump up there spouting shit without evidence, and it might as well have Jerry Falwell preaching to them because they'll accept it. And there's anybody else, a scientist. Oh, can't do them scientists. Holy Jesus, what do they know? Facts, we don't need that. I believe in Jesus. Yeah, well, get me somewhere. Jesus, grow me a new leg or something, you know. Make my dicks go straight up again. Come on, Jesus. Get off the stick. I've been a good guy. Reward me.
You are. You're walking. You're enjoying.
Oh, yeah, wonderful shit. Ann has 10 years of bad health, and then God chucks, what's that, shingles at her. Like, come on, why do you punish this fine woman, you fucker? I don't need God around in my life either.
You're enjoying yourself.
I'm enjoying life because it's great. I'm in the audience. I'm letting life happen as a theater. And it's bad theater. Nobody could even write the script for this theater that we're having. They wouldn't believe this shit. And I'm just in the audience now watching. Look, because I don't have any bull in the fight. I don't have any. I don't have $1 on the race.
And thank God.
I don't care.
You enjoy yourself.
Thank God. What did God ever do?
Well, He's going to make sure
diseases and tsunamis and black flies and mosquitoes and cancer.
There's a point. Mosquitoes. Yeah. Mosquitoes. That's the point I'm having. And how can you enjoy?
And the 250,000 dead Americans from this virus.
How can you?
Who needs a virus, for God's sake?
How can you enjoy his work, the moonrise,
oh yeah,
the
wonderful
sunset,
shit. Yeah, that's
moon,
physics.
Enjoy his work with the mosquitoes.
With
the mosquitoes. How can you enjoy it with the mosquitoes?
Jesus.
Huh? Why did God create?
Why do I need a God? I don't need a God, Charlie. I can make up my own mind about what's right.
But you have a good heart. Where'd that come from?
It came from my parents. And it came from me growing up as a human being.
Is that why I'm so...
300,000 years of evolution.
Is that why I have not? I'm Scottish.
As a human being, you have it right inside you from your DNA, because that's the way we survive, is by being humans in this respect. It's all through evolution. And it's got nothing to do with any God. And what kind of a God would design a world like this? Who needs them?
But didn't you say earlier you were enjoying the river?
I love it.
Yeah,
because it just so haphazardly and it worked out. It didn't come here to please my eyes or make me pray to a God because of it. It is here because it's here. And that's it. And the rest is horseshit.
Focus, Danny. Focus.
I don't have to focus on anything. That's the good part now.
You know, down in the States that bothered me? I went there in the 80s. And late 80s in Waltham, Massachusetts. And you know what I was shocked? Is how many seniors were working behind the counter.
Yeah. Well, they have to, because the 1%'s got all the riches.
But a lot.
And they're sitting in their gated communities and everybody else is starving to death voting for that asshole. Fuck it, I gotta go home, Charlie. You got me all worked up now.
Well, I mean, it's good for your blood pressure to go up. It's good for the soul. You have a soul?
Oh, great, clear. The faith. I have faith in me and the dog.
Thank God. for?
No,
But
the
why
dog.
are you sitting here for?
Dog agrees with me.
Why are you sitting here for?
Watching the
Where do you
river,
have
I just want to see which way it was
Yeah,
going.
I know, but what about the church?
Oh, look, it might be going that way because it was going down when I sat there.
I'll get personal here, you don't have to answer.
Did God do that? Did God change that river?
I'll get personal, you don't have to answer. I shouldn't even ask you, but I'll ask you. Okay. I presume your wife and mother are buried in the cemetery?
No.
Oh, okay.
They're on the shelf up in my bookshelf, right between my wife's Indian baskets and my other anti-Christian literature.
Anti-Christian.
And she's sitting right there beside her dog, Jake, and Ann's daughter, Paige, is there too.
Yeah, but they're in heaven.
And
they're looking at you right now.
They're right there. What's left of them is right there. And I talk to them, say, hi, how you doing?
But they're talking to you from heaven. They say, hello, Danny.
Yeah, what fucking heaven?
Where?
Which one and how? You know, how are you going to explain heaven? That's bullshit. It's such horseshit.
I would love me and you to die the same time, same second.
I would. I don't want to die.
Watching you with St. Peter's.
Look,
debate.
If there's any kind of a plot with this Christian shit, you go to heaven. Now, as far as I know, the only ones that think they're going to go to heaven are a bunch of Falwell Baptists. Now, if I'm going to go to heaven and I'm surrounded by Falwell Baptists, that's not heaven. That's hell. So what God would punish me by sending me to heaven with a bunch of Baptists? Explain that one to me.
Well, then you could listen.
And my friends are down there, and I've done enough of the devil's work because there's going to be a case of beer and an air conditioner waiting for me.